Hey guys, this week I wanted to talk to you about what I learned from Jan Silvious at the Women of Joy conference, and her main point that she talked about was fear and how fear is so crippling for all of us and everything that we do, and those fears range from very small tiny fears to big huge fears, but all of them just hinder our faith and hinder our lives, and I think a lot of sickness that we have too kind of comes from that as well, just the stress that can be built upon those fears that we get. And she talked a lot about how a lot of those are just on the circumstances that we have no control over in our lives, or circumstances that we don't know what the outcome is going to be. I think that is probably more so what I struggle with, is just not knowing what's to come and being fearful of that, instead of putting my trust and my faith in Christ and God for knowing what's to come, and knowing that He is good. Whatever is going to happen is good, and He's going to get the glory for it, and that's what matters. And so that was probably one of the things that I was struggling with going into the conference, was just learning out about that we were pregnant again and not knowing what was to come, because I had only been out of postpartum depression for 3 months and was really fearful of getting back into that. And so I noticed myself starting to go back into some of the patterns of the postpartum depression, and that's why we decided to go ahead and start telling everybody that I'm pregnant, and just getting that out there and changing that pattern of that fear and letting the fear kind of take over. And so instead of letting the fear win, we said, all right, we're going to battle this, and we're not going to hide in this fear, but we're going to go ahead and tell people about this and find joy in telling people. So that was probably the main thing that I took back from her, which was very helpful of knowing that I needed to change the pattern that I was in. And it was after the conference that we did start telling people about my pregnancy. So that's the big nugget of it right there. And make sure you subscribe, because next week I am going to be doing a baby update. If you follow our family channel, go over to youtube.com/schmovies. Make sure you subscribe over there, because today's video is of my ultrasound that I had. So go check that out. Next week I'll give you a more detailed update about how I'm doing and what we found at the ultrasound. So, all right, I will see you next week. Bye.